Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Emergency exit doors are located throughout this building. Please take a few minutes to locate the exit that is closest to you. Look for the lighted exit signs. In the event of an emergency, please exit in a calm and orderly fashion and follow the directions of university and public safety officials. Thank you.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is David Brissett. I am the program director here at the Yale Physician Associate Program. I'd like to start by welcoming Dean Brown, Dean Garino, Dr. Perizella, faculty, staff, graduates, and our guests to the 52nd commencement ceremony of the Yale School of Medicine Physician Associate Program. What a venue for today's ceremony. Woolsey Hall was built between 1901 and 1902 and officially dedicated in 1903. The architect, Charles Haight, created what is an excellent example of Beaux Arts architectural style. It houses the Newberry Memorial Organ, which is one of the largest and finest pipe organs in the world. Woolsey's rich history, architectural beauty, and continued use for various cultural and educational events makes it a symbol of Yale's commitment to arts and education. So we hope that you enjoy a little pomp and circumstance today. On this special day, we celebrate the professional growth and many accomplishments of the 39 highly successful members of the class of 2023, who will receive a Master of Medical Science degree. And among this class, we also celebrate our dual degree student, Ms. Haley Elcroft, who spent an additional 12 months here and has completed the requirements for a Master of Public Health in addition to the Master of Medical Science as a physician associate. So well done to all of you. Today, you will become part of the legacy and history of the 6th oldest PA program in the country. You will join over 1,400 Yale Physician Associate graduates, many of whom have distinguished themselves as outstanding clinicians and leaders in the profession. According to an alumni survey for our recent 50th anniversary to celebrate the graduation of our first two classes in 1973 this past October, of the 490 alumni who responded to the question, do you currently hold or have you held a leadership position in your personal or professional life, 58% said yes. These leadership positions include Vice President of the American Academy of Physician Assistants, State Chapter Presidents, Lead PA of various service lines, Director of Advanced Practice Providers, Practice Administrator, Executive Director, and CEO, to name just a few. Knowing how dynamic and exceptional the students of this class are, I predict you will continue the strong tradition of leadership in advancing the PA profession. The Yale PA program has been a beacon of innovation and excellence in the field of medicine. It has consistently produced compassionate, skilled, and dedicated healthcare professionals who've made a profound impact on the lives of countless patients. Your educational experience here has prepared you to care for patients from diverse backgrounds and diverse communities as outstanding clinicians. I hope you will refer to the toolbox of knowledge, clinical skill, and interpersonal skills that you have learned to employ in your everyday practice as a PA. This foundation will help you do great things as a compassionate clinician and patient advocate. So I ask, are you ready? I can't hear you. All right. We have a full program today, so I'd like to begin by introducing our commencement speaker. Dr. Howard Straker, a distinguished physician assistant with over 3 decades of experience, has dedicated his career to serving patients, communities, and the PA profession. His clinical expertise spans correctional, family emergency, and adolescent medicine across various states. Currently an associate professor at the George Washington University, he directs the PA-MPH joint degree program in the School of Medicine and Health Science and Prevention and Community Health in the Milken Institute of Public Health. Dr. Straker has met the mission of the Yale PA program many times in his role as a prominent leader, having served as chair of the Minority Affairs Committee of both AAPA and PAEA, president of the DC Academy of PAs, and most recently as president of the Physician Assistant Education Association. Dr. Straker has also been a site visitor for the ARC-PA, our national accrediting body, and editorial board member for the Journal of American Academy of Physician Assistants. In his leadership roles, he's focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion, and justice. With a commitment to leveraging technology in health professions education, he prepares clinicians to care for underserved communities. A 1986 graduate of the Yale PA program, Dr. Straker received his public health degree from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and his doctorate in education from the George Washington University, exemplifying his commitment to medicine, education, and public health. Please give a warm welcome to Dr. Straker.
Thank you. I have to hold it. Okay. So good afternoon, Dean Brown, Associate Dean Guarino, Dr. Perazella, Director Prezet, fellow faculty, and special awardees. Good afternoon, honored family members, friends, and guests. And good afternoon to the 2023 graduates of the Yale University School of Medicine Physician Associate Program. So I want to start by thanking you for the invitation. I'm honored to be able to return to Yale to be here today. And congratulations for making this goal, that is becoming a physician associate. I'm going to tell you a quick story. When I was a student, my daughter, who was about 3 years old, was asked what she wanted to be when she grew up. And she said, with a beaming smile, "I want to be a PA student." So, being a PA student is okay, but you really want to use it as a stepping stone to be a PA. And so that's the real goal. And so I helped redirect her goals a little. She's actually sitting in the back. So you've worked hard to get here today and to break out of your eggshell of being here at PA school. And I want to acknowledge some of your work. You spent the first 12 months in too many hours sitting in the classroom A250. And then you were reading, studying for tests, you were working through cases through 27 didactic courses. And you learned all the ologies, too many ologies for me to talk about. But you studied nights, weekends, and I bet your friends didn't realize that you now speak a new language, medicine. You took exams in addition to your studies. Some of you volunteered at places like the Haven Free Clinic, the Integrated Refugee Immigration Services. Many of you took on extra work and took extra classes like the U.S. Health Justice Elective and the Global Health Seminar. And then you spent the next 15 months studying as you were actively seeing patients and learning through firsthand experience on your clinical clerkships. And at the same time, you were grinding out that very famous research project. Some of you had the opportunity to seek and care for communities across the globe. Some did a health policy fellowship and education fellowships. But all in all, you observed, you listened, and you talked with patients, you talked with other clinicians, and with healthcare personnel. You've distinguished yourselves as bright and caring students. You have become clinicians. You've learned the value and the necessity of research to forward the practice of quality medicine, and you've come to realize the joys and success of medicine, as well as the flaws and the challenges of medicine in our healthcare systems. You've learned how to practice, and that means what to do and what you don't want to do when you go into practice. So I was asked to come here today and talk about my leadership journey. Well, next August, it will be 40 years since I began my journey here at Yale. It's too long to review for you, so I'm just going to tell you a few lessons that I've learned, and hopefully they will help you as you go forward. Not number one, but before I start, being a graduate, and as David just talked about, being a graduate of the Yale Physician Associate Program, leadership will be part of your professional journey. So here's the first lesson. Lead from service. Leadership is about service, and I learned leadership from my mother. As a single mother, Yvonne Straker believed that the lives and education of her 3 children were more important than her own personal well-being. Even while working 3 jobs at times, to help the family survive, she was always involved in service, whether it was in her church, the Parent Teachers Association, our block association, or other organizations. My mother practiced servant leadership. Now, leadership is influence, and she influenced a lot of people in our neighborhood. As a matter of fact, at her funeral, I was amazed at the amount of people who knew my mother and how she had influenced them. Servant leadership is an influential behavior that places the well-being of others above one's own self-interest. Servant leaders are attentive to the concerns of the community and the team or the followers. They value interdependence of the team, and they help to nurture and empower team members. Servant leaders are inclusive of the team members, and they serve with a social responsibility, a feeling of social responsibility that those less privileged than themselves, they're important to take care of and to pay attention to. And I feel that PAs can easily fit into the servant leadership role. Number 2, recognize your privilege and use it to help others. As much as my mother struggled for our survival and comfort, she showed us that we all have something to offer. Your education at the Yale PA program is accompanied with the expectation that you will provide quality. It will open doors for you. Your status as a PA gives you a social privilege, a societal privilege into the lives of patients and into their communities. Use this privilege to help forward their lives. Prepare yourself. They say luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Prepare yourself by knowing your values, creating a vision, a direction in which to travel, and then continue getting and gaining knowledge and skills in multiple different areas. 4, be open to possibilities. Though I had hoped to accomplish some of the things I've done, I could not have prescribed the road that actually took me here. Throughout your career, unplanned opportunities are going to come forward. And when they do, consider them, be open to them. Sometimes go with them. They can change your planned trajectory and make your life better than you can imagine. 5, find your voice and find a way to bring it to the table. So now I'm going to bring my voice to an issue that's been centered to my PA journey. As the only African American in my class, I, along with 3 other Asian students, watched how racism was embedded in our medical system and medical education. The only time a patient's race was ever mentioned was when they were non-white. Now, this made it seem like something was strange, at least to me. And every time we talked about diseases, it seemed like being black was a risk factor for every disease. And when I asked why, what was it about being black that was the reason for this, the lecturers were surprised by the question, and then they all gave me almost the same similar answer. No matter if it was hypertension, diabetes, pneumonia, infant mortality, whatever it was, they all said genetics. There was an assumption that race is biological. Now today, after the mapping of the Human Genome Project, we know there's no black gene, there's no white gene, there's no genes for race. We know that a risk factor is not about race, but it's about the social context in which our patients function. But unfortunately today, there are many false underlying assumptions about race that have been embedded in medicine. It's in our algorithms, our guidelines. We didn't know it, we didn't realize it. Since your PA education began, the EGFR, pulmonary function tests, pediatric UTI guidelines have all removed race from their calculations. But medicine can be slow to change. There's still many PTF spirometers out there that require you to input race before it will give you a reading. Those calculations can be deleterious to folks. And we have to be aware of these and those assumptions. We have to undo them. We have to remove these assumptions from our daily practice so we can achieve health equity. Now I've brought my voice to this table. Now it's your turn. You are the recipients of a rigorous education. You have skills that others will and can depend on. Step up and be heard. You don't need to be loud, but you cannot be silent. For too long, PAs have been the U.S.'s healthcare system's best kept secret. My last lesson is, it's not about me. It's about the patients, it's about their communities, it's about us all arriving together. Whenever things get tough, I remember my mother and remind myself of this. So together, through the tools and service that you've learned through your Yale education, know that your voice can influence a team. Your voice can make a difference. Your voice belongs at the table. Bring it to the patients for a better community. We need, actually, your patients need, and the country needs PAs to be in clinical administrative positions, in policy-making roles. We need PAs to run hospitals and health systems, start nonprofits, launch social media campaigns, even develop apps. We need you. The needs and opportunities are there for you. You can be on a school board. You can go to Congress. You can even be mayor of a big city like PA Karen Bass. My new colleagues, practice servant leadership. So as I close, I'm going to ask your participation. In your career as PA, opportunities for leadership will arise. I'm going to list some opportunities, and when I ask, will you serve, I want you to respond, I will serve. Is that all right? Okay. You go the extra step to provide best care for your patients. Will you serve? Oh gosh. You can help coordinate your practice team to function more effectively, or you might join a local or national organization to improve patient care. Will you serve? I will serve. Thank you. You can help initiate a community project to address a social determinant. Maybe as simple as supplying reading books to children in a community where books are scarce or not affordable. Will you serve? You can update your practice to remove inappropriate racial assumptions from practice. Will you serve? You can work with local organizations to help others gain careers in health professions. Will you serve? And finally, you can help train future PAs or health professionals. You can be a PA preceptor. Will you serve? That's very good, because I'm looking forward to it. I have faith in it, and I want you to take care of me when it's my time, okay? So today is your birth as a PA, as a graduate of the Yale Physician Associate Program. You're now part of a legacy with a mission to provide quality health care for all. You're part of a legacy of leadership. This is not a job. This is a career. It's a journey that you will have many opportunities to change and make the world, your world, no matter how small or large the size, a little better. Seize the opportunities. You will grow, your career will grow, your patients will grow, and we will all grow. And today, to acknowledge your growth, and that's what birthdays are for, we are here acknowledging that you have become clinicians. So on behalf of the 170,000 PAs, I am happy to welcome you as a new colleague. We were born to be PAs. Happy PA birthday.
Thank you, Dr. Straker, for that very inspiring speech, and we have you all on record saying that you will serve. We're going to hold you to it. Next, I would like to introduce Dean Nancy Brown, who will give some commencement remarks and then confer the Master of Medical Science degrees, along with Associate Dean for PA Education, Dr. Alexandria Guarino. Deputy Dean for Medical Education, Dr. Jessica Lucy, was scheduled to be here but cannot participate today due to personal reasons. Dr. Brown graduated from Yale College with a degree in molecular biophysics and biochemistry and earned her medical degree from Harvard University. After completing a residency and fellowship program at Vanderbilt University, she held leadership roles, including Chief of the Division of Clinical Pharmacology, Chair of Medicine, and Physician-in-Chief at Vanderbilt University Hospital. In 2020, she became the Jean and David W. Wallace Dean of Medicine at the Yale School of Medicine and the first woman dean of the Yale School of Medicine. Dr. Brown is dedicated to medical education, having established programs supporting physician-scientist development. She has received numerous awards for her contributions, including election to prestigious medical societies and the National Academy of Medicine. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Brown to the podium.
It's really an honor to be with you here today, if only to hear Dr. Straker's remarks. But David, I'd also start by congratulating you, having been named recently as the director of this program and having served as interim director for almost a year. I'd also like to acknowledge Mark Parazella for unbelievable service to this program as director, medical director, and I know he's not fully retiring, but we wish you very well. To the class of 2023 and your families, we are extremely proud of you. You began your education during a pandemic, and you have shown flexibility in adapting to a rapidly changing learning environment. You came from 18 states and 2 countries, from diverse backgrounds, and you have coalesced as a community. You have given back to our broader community by volunteering in Haven, where I have had the opportunity to learn from you, the Downtown Evening Soup Kitchen or desk, the Neighborhood Health Project, doing screenings for diabetes and hypertension, and the Integrated Refugee and Immigrant Service, or IRIS. The profession you are joining and the career upon which you are embarking is one of the most humbling and rewarding. During the course of your career, patients will seek your help when they are at their most vulnerable. If you have the privilege to care for a patient over many years, you will follow the arc of their lives, every aspect of their lives, and develop a camaraderie from sharing difficult experiences. Your patients will honor you with their trust. Being an outstanding physician associate is not only about caring for the emotional needs of the patient, however. You must understand the diseases that affect them. Knowledge matters. As a third-year medical student, I had the opportunity to care for a woman in her 60s who had been a prominent businesswoman in Boston, a pioneer, really. She had recently had a cancer resected and was overweight, both risk factors for clots, and she had been admitted with a deep venous thrombosis, a clot in her leg. At that time, treatment involved an extended stay for intravenous heparin therapy. And so as a student on the team, I would check in on the patient daily when we had downtime, and she in turn would share the extraordinary stories of her life. One Friday afternoon, about halfway through the patient's stay, we were charting, and I noticed that her patient count had dropped a bit. I asked the intern about it, and he said he'd seen several patients with lower platelet counts in the last few days and thought maybe there was something going on in the lab. I went home and had my once-a-month day off. When I returned, patient was deceased. The patient had had heparin-induced thrombocytopenia, a condition we understand much better today than we did in 1985. In HIT, autoantibodies form against heparin and platelet factor 4, causing those platelets to aggregate and the platelet count to drop. The Saturday while I was away, the patient had developed a massive clot in her leg, leading to a compartment syndrome that decreased blood flow and leading in turn to very high potassium levels, causing her to have a cardiac arrest. That was 40 years ago, and I remember it like yesterday. Why would I share this? Partly because I think it's important that we share our experiences in taking care of patients even when they're not favorable. But what I learned and what I hope to impress upon you is not that you need to know everything. You simply cannot. But you must take a thorough history, and you must pay attention to every piece of evidence. When something does not fit, pursue that. There are no shortcuts. Sometimes the evidence will be a lab value, and sometimes it will be a comment that a patient makes on his or her way out the door. And you must appreciate that much of what you know today as you graduate will become obsolete. Requiring that you learn constantly. New diseases will come along. HIV, COVID-19. And we will understand old diseases in new ways. This is why our School of Medicine mission statement reads, Yale School of Medicine educates and nurtures creative leaders in medicine and science, promoting curiosity and critical inquiry in an inclusive environment enriched by diversity. You are embarking on a journey of lifelong learning. As you have heard, you will be leaders. Many of you will advance knowledge through your practice, via your engagement in the community, and through your participation in setting health policy, or providing global health, or by developing educational programs and training the next generation. As I end, let me tell you that when you do this work, you are not alone. If you look around this room today, you see your families and friends who have supported you so far along this journey, and you see those of us at the front of the room who are here for you at any time in the future. We wish you the very best of luck.
I am honored to join Dean Brown and Associate Dean Garino in the conferring of diplomas. Would the first row stand, please? Haley Ann Allcroft. Eden Ananye. Sawyer James Dion Beatty. Jenna Taylor Chalmers. Jane Chan. Matthew Chiang. Benjamin Christopher. Jordan Dorelis. Danielle Dubois. Lauren Marie Ennis. Shelby Funden. Jay Vipulkabar Gandhi. Katerina Danielle Gately. Nicholas Michael Goki. Kyle David Hanks. Charles Heaton. Kayla Nicole Hodges. Devin Gabrielle Knight. Amanda Reed Knoll. Megan Elizabeth Masia. Kiara Marie Marmalejos. Yasmin Martinez. Lena Wen. Gabriela Alejandra Ortiz. Audrey Kinnear Oweimerin. Paulina Perez Curiel. Anna Marie Purvis. Ashlyn Amanda Rodriguez. Ruth Siok. Ashlyn Rebecca Shavers. Allison Shalansky. David Song. Ana Elisa Souza Coignet. Stephanie Elizabeth Stamatis. Jessica Tates. Philip Thomas Westbrook. Amber Locklear Wilder. Peter Yang. Benjamin Jacob Zeed. It is an honor and a privilege to introduce you to, proudly, the Physician Associate Class of 2023.
Hello, I'm Courtney Fankhanel, one of the faculty members, and it's my pleasure to start the really fun part of the program where we get to give out awards to some of our really fabulous students. And I could speak for the entire group of faculty here when I say that this is always a very challenging thing to decide because everyone here excels. So we just like to take note that although we're naming a few people, there are so many excellent students, and this is never an easy decision. The first award we like to give out every year is in honor of Dr. John P. Hazlett, which is the award for overall academic excellence. This award was established in memory of the PA program's former medical director. Dr. John Hazlett was the founding chief of the section of nephrology, a prolific scholar, educator, and champion of the PA profession. This award is presented to a student who achieved academic excellence through all phases of the curriculum, embraced extracurricular opportunities, and whose performance exemplified dedication to patient care. I'm proud to announce the recipient of this award is Ashlyn Shavers. I'd like to introduce my colleague, Rosanna Gonzalez Colasso, who's going to bring up the next award.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. What a pleasure to be here to present the second award today. Another very difficult selection because you have all served, and as we've heard, you have also promised to serve and to be leaders. The next award is the Yale Physician Associate Program Leadership Award. The mission of the Yale Physician Associate Program is to educate individuals to become outstanding clinicians and to foster leaders who will serve their communities and advance the PA profession. We recognize that leadership can take many forms, including service to others and scholarship. This award is presented to the student who went above and beyond the academic requirements to motivate and inspire others. It is my pleasure to announce that the Leadership Award for the class of 2023 goes to Ana Elisa Souza Cunha. And next, I would love to introduce our alumni and leader at the Yale Hospital, Will Cushion.
Thanks, Rosanna, and thanks, Courtney. I should have sat a little bit closer. I would first like to just start off by thanking you all for the invitation to share this occasion with you. It's increasingly hard for me to believe that it was already over 20 years ago that Kristen and I were sitting in your seats. Graduating from this program was such an extraordinary day for us, and I just hope that all of you are having that same experience as you celebrate this achievement. Shortly after Kristen passed away, the faculty reached out to me with two really special gifts. David and Jonathan had gone back through the archives, and they sent me a copy of Kristen's narrative statement from her application to Yale, as well as her acceptance letter. And in preparing to announce this scholarship, I couldn't think of a better way to tell you about Kristen than to share some of her words from that statement. Kristen said, "I would like to provide excellent health care to people who are not able to afford it. I want to explain complicated medical topics at a level that my patients can understand. I crave the knowledge to provide instruction and counseling to patients on issues such as proper diet, disease prevention, medications, family planning, and lifestyle risks. I want to be out there in the thick of things, knee-deep in difficult situations, giving my all to provide the best care for the situation at hand." Kristen went on to end her essay with the statement, "I understand the responsibility and commitment involved in being a PA, and I am anxious for the opportunity to rise to that challenge." I was so fortunate to have a front row seat to seeing Kristen rise to that challenge. And being here with you all today, I'm so confident that this program has provided all of you the training to do the same in your careers. So with that context and words from Kristen, I'll now share some background about the recipient of this scholarship. The student who we are acknowledging today was very active, one could say in the thick of things, during her time here at Yale. She was co-president of the class, she volunteered at Haven and the Neighborhood Health Project. She participated in the Global Health Elective and the Health Justice Elective. She was a PAEA Future Educator Fellow, which is offered to only 15 students from a national pool of very highly competitive applicants. I'm also excited to hear from the faculty that she's accepted her first position as a PA and will be serving her patients in a family medicine practice. So on behalf of everybody who made this scholarship possible, I am honored to announce that the winner of the Kristen Joy Cushing PA Scholarship is Audrey O'Weinman.
I was asked to prepare 30 seconds to talk to you guys. Thank you so much to the entire Cushing family. I'm very honored to be standing up here and receiving this award. The more I've read and learned about Kristen, the more honored I am to receive this. I'm very happy to be continuing her legacy, working here in Connecticut with an underserved population as a family medicine PA. So thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alexandria Garino. I'm Associate Dean for PA Education. I just want to start by thanking the Cushing family and friends and everyone who was involved in implementing this scholarship. And it was really wonderful for us to see the inaugural disbursement of that scholarship. So thank you. Thank you all. So it is my honor next to recognize Dr. Mark Perazella for his outstanding commitment to PA education. Dr. Perazella joined the Physician Associate Program as Medical Director in 2008. He retires at the end of the year. For 15 years, he's helped guide the program in times of growth and challenge, and we are immensely grateful for his support and leadership. He's had a very impressive career. He is a brilliant clinician, a devoted educator, and a prolific scholar. And perhaps even more importantly, he's a genuinely good person and human being. He's truly a role model for students and faculty. Please join me in thanking Dr. Mark Perazella for his service to the program and in wishing him a long, happy, and healthy retirement.
So anyway, I don't have a speech I had written one, but I'm not going to use it. First of all, I want to congratulate all of you today. This is a special day, and you've worked really hard to achieve it, and you've attended and completed the most rigorous and best program in the world. So congratulations to you and your families, friends, loved ones. You know, it's very bittersweet to be leaving sort of the program, and that I'm going to move on, although I'm going to continue some academic work. But I think, as Dr. Garino pointed out, I joined the program in 2008, and my good friend and mentor, the late Dr. John Hazlett, award has been named after because he was outstanding, recommended to me that I should apply for the position. And so I said, why? And he said, because it was one of the best experiences in his career. And I have to tell you, he was absolutely right. For the last 15 years, this has been one of the best experiences for me, to be able to work with great students through the years, and I would include you in that. Students who become great clinicians, leaders, and researchers, and all that you want to do is at your beck and call. I think I really want to mention the faculty today. They have been the best people I could have known. They are outstanding clinicians, they're outstanding educators, they're outstanding leaders, but most important, they are the best people that I've known. Kind, compassionate, and I think that comes through when you see them take care of you as students and run the program. So I really think that we need to give the faculty here a really loud round of applause. Please do so. And we cannot forget that the faculty's work is not complete without the work of those behind the scenes, the staff of the PA program. They are the heroes that do all the bull work and have the program run like a well-oiled machine, and they need also recognition, and I hope you would applaud them as well. So I'm going to end now and basically say that I want to congratulate you on your tremendous success today and what you're going to do going forward. You're going to carry the Yale name out there and the success and the outstanding work that Yale does, and you will carry that. And thank you very much, and I appreciate all your consideration today.
I would like to call Anna Elisa Suzukuna. Come give the student address.
Cool. Good afternoon, everyone. They told us that learning medicine would be like drinking from a fire hose. And in reality, it has been more like paddling in open water in a small dinghy, USS Trust the Process. Our 60% Roche review scores, scribbled lecture notes, or 800-plus Anki cards often felt like weak paddles, especially against the countercurrent of up-and-coming cumulative exams, extracurricular activities, or leadership obligations that loomed over us like 20-foot swells. But we sailed through it. I am confident that in a few weeks, we will all sail through the last stretch as we pass one of the most important exams of our lives. In a few months, we will begin the profession we dreamed of, cried for, and sweated over. Soon, we will be working with the patients who reminded us why we love medicine. So in this time of hope for a future that is close, like a shoreline on the horizon, I hope you will indulge me as I reflect on our journey and thank those who supported our sometimes not so seaworthy boats. First, to our faculty, thank you to those who took the time to push us through uncharted waters. Your enthusiasm to cover the gaps in our knowledge, to teach outside of your allotted time, or to simply connect with us as peers helped navigate us through our education and towards success. Whether that meant teaching us cor pulmonale for the first time, or teaching us about patient empathy with sunglasses on, or even singing Taylor Swift at the top of your lungs at a certain DC bar after a long day of advocating for healthcare policy. No names are named. Thank you for reaching out in those moments and encouraging us onwards throughout our education. Next, to you, relatives, mothers, fathers, siblings, best friends, and new friends. Those who raised us and those who just met us. Thank you for standing as the lighthouses that guided us to safer shores on treacherous nights. We are grateful for your shining light of encouragement and compassion when storms hailed down with news like flooded apartment, broken arm, broken relationship, sick family member, new diagnoses, and so much more. Looking around this room, I can't possibly thank everyone now, but if the audience can bear with me, I would personally like to thank a few that are sitting in this crowd. To the two lighthouses that baked brownies, put up with my plants, sipped wine over long talks, and whose gentle guard dog licked away my tears. Thank you both for making me feel at home while away from home. To the lighthouse that danced with me across a sticky Irish bar floor, and laughed as I said we were the main characters, thank you for always extending a hand when all I could see was my workload. And lastly, to the lighthouses that brought me into their inner circle halfway through the year and taught me not only how to study better, but how to hand-make pasta. Thank you for making me laugh so hard that it made my forehead veins big and my problems small. Today, as we celebrate ourselves, please don't forget to hug, cherish, and polish the egos of your lighthouses that guided you. We will still need them for the voyages ahead, and they, in their efforts to light our way, want to see us float confidently. Which leads me to address you, class of 2023. It took incredible bravery to start this journey. We, with our own hand-woven sails, AKA our pre-PA backgrounds, came as scribes, emergency medicine technicians, insurance billers, soldiers, researchers, medical assistants, and caretakers that dared to challenge ourselves to become future clinicians. Of course, when entering the classroom, we all had no sea legs. We all had to learn rapidly how to reorient ourselves to the fast-paced education that was ahead of us. And I know that to many of us, our North Star was named LB charts. But on reflection, looking at our modified sails and stronger sea legs, especially to those who routinely hit Payne Whitney Gym, we should be proud of the moments where we overcame our weaknesses and added new stripes to our sails. For some, it could have been the courage to tell a hoarse knock-knock joke on a nationally televised stage. For others, it was learning to distract and suture a pediatric patient in the emergency department, or taking care of an ICU patient with confidence. Or maybe it was traveling to another continent and making the most out of what you had for a patient population that looked into your eyes and hoped for more. When I look across this room, I am in awe of the faces that 3 years ago were once new and fresh. We are now wiser and incredibly prepared to succeed as future PAs at the helm of our fortified ships. And with the encouragement of Yale's education as the wind under our sails, and with our loved ones here to still guide us through rough waters, I can't wait to see us all seize the day and seize our future. And yes, that was spelled S-E-A-S. This is a nautical-themed speech, but I promise no more. That was my last bad pun that some of you know me for, and I can say, congratulations, class of 2023. We are well on our way to a lifelong journey as future PAs. We have worked hard, and we deserve it. Here's to us. Now I would like to please welcome some of my colleagues up onto the stage so that they can present themselves and present some student awards.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Audrey, and David and Amber are with me, and we have the absolute honor and privilege to present the Class of 2023 awards to very deserving faculty members. So we have 5 awards to give out today, and I will start with our first award. So our first award is for the Outstanding Didactic Course Award. This is given to the individual lecturer that demonstrated dedication and excellence in the classroom. So we polled our class earlier this spring, and our classmates, this was overwhelmingly the majority of our classmates wanted to give the award to this person. And our classmates say this recipient deserves this award due to his passion, commitment to teaching, engaging in thoughtful lectures. They say he went above and beyond to make lectures comprehensive, engaging, and dynamic. We are very honored to present the award for Outstanding Didactic Course to Dr. Robert Camp.
have the honor of presenting the Class of 2023's Outstanding Clinical Preceptor Award. This year's award recipient is someone who inspires her students to grow into devoted clinicians and fierce advocates. Someone who is kind, compassionate, brilliant, and admired by colleagues and patients alike. My classmates have described her as an excellent teacher, the perfect example of what a provider should be, and even the most wonderful physician they had ever encountered. It is evident that she loves her work as both doctor and educator. She is also someone very important to my future, as she changed the course of my career with her enthusiasm and dedication to geriatric medicine. Unfortunately, she can't be here in person to accept the award, but the award for Outstanding Clinical Preceptor goes to the incredible Dr. Yulia Riot.
Good afternoon. The next award is for the Outstanding Clinical Site, which is an award dedicated to the clinical rotation site that provides exemplary clinical teaching. Students have shared that this rotation has provided them with a comprehensive learning experience with weekly case-based learnings, hands-on training, mentorship opportunities, and interdisciplinary collaboration. I am proud to announce that this year's award goes to the Yale New Haven Hospital and SRC Emergency Medicine Department. Unfortunately, the person who was supposed to accept this award was not able to make it, but we'll make sure to get the award to them. Next is the Jack Cole Society Award. This is an award given to a person who has had significant contributions in support of the PA profession. This award can be a faculty, staff, or any other champion of the students and their profession. This year's award goes to an assistant professor of medicine, director of didactic education, and course director for behavioral health and preventative medicine at the Yale School of Medicine PA program. He has practiced internal medicine for 25 years and currently practices in the Diabetes Center. He has remained committed to advocacy and professional service, and as past chair of the Legislative Affairs of the Connecticut Academy of PAs, he was responsible for leading major health reform efforts resulting in the modernization of the PA Practice Act and improved patient care for Connecticut residents. He is a fellow graduate of our program, co-president of his PA class, and my fellow advisor. Please welcome me in congratulating PA Jonathan Weber.
Okay, and we will finish off the student awards with our Class of 2023 award. I have the honor of presenting the Class of 2023 award to a true champion of the Class of 2023. I'm sure many of us remember our initial acceptance call. I know that's something I will never forget. I was at work, I couldn't pick up the call, and the recipient left a very funny message telling me I must urgently call him back. He had a question. Here I was thinking I had messed up something on my application, but David was amazing and let me know that I was accepted to the program. I'm sure all of us received a similar call, and this just goes to demonstrate the kind of leader that David Brissett is. He personalizes every one student's education and their experience. He always goes above and beyond. Our classmates appreciate the recipient's excellent communication, thoughtfulness, endless support, and student-minded decisions. I'm very honored to present the Class of 2023 award to David Brissett, our new program director.
can't see you. Will the class of 23 please open your programs to the oath? We're going to read together the Yale Physician Associate Program Professional Oath. I pledge to perform, you're going to read with me. I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationship with the physician. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and upon my honor. Great job.
Thank you, Beth. So in closing, we gotta get to celebrate, right? You guys ready? Approximately 3.5 years ago, your journey began when you submitted your applications and you chose us. You passionately shared your aspirations to become a PA, detailing the accomplishments you aimed for and the dream you held for yourself as a future healthcare provider. And today stands a testament to your unwavering dedication and hard work. As you prepare to take on the challenge of the PANCE exam in the coming weeks, we recognize that the true test lies just beyond that. Your foundation of knowledge, coupled with the self-directed learning, critical thinking, and interpersonal communication skills that you have honed, will be your guiding light in the healthcare workforce. Having navigated the last 23 months and all the challenges that came your way, you emerge as one of the most resilient classes to graduate from the Yale PA program. With grace and professionalism, you faced uncertainties and challenges head-on, showcasing your readiness for the diverse landscape of healthcare. Each of you brings something unique and special to the patients you'll care for, and we commend you for your exceptional qualities. As you embark on this next chapter, we want to thank you for trusting us with the last 28 months and hope that you will keep in touch and share with us all of your successes. We extend our heartfelt applause and best wishes to you. Your achievements are celebrated not just by your peers, but by a community that appreciates the immense dedication and hard work you've invested. At a momentous occasion like this, it is imperative that we reflect on the village that supported and nurtured your dreams. We extend our gratitude to your families and friends, whose love and support played a critical role in your journey. So how about a round of applause for your friends and your families? Special acknowledgement goes to our lecturers, our clinical preceptors, our librarians, all those who contributed to your learning. To those who are here today, would you please stand? Caitlin, there we go. And to those who are watching online, we thank you immensely. To the PA program staff, your contributions have been instrumental in shaping the success of the graduates of the class of 2023. We can't thank you for all you do every day. Would our staff please stand? A deep appreciation is also extended to our outstanding PA faculty sitting behind me for their unwavering dedication to PA education, for advancing the profession, and for fostering that collaborative learning environment in which students can thrive. Thank you for all you do. Special thank you to Deans Brown, Alusi, and Garino for your outstanding leadership and unwavering support of our program and the PA profession. Working alongside all of you is an honor and a pleasure. So graduates, would you please stand? And if you could face your family and your friends. Let us applaud you once again for your achievements. So this concludes our 52nd commencement ceremony. We invite the audience to remain in place until students and faculty have exited. Once outside, you will be directed to the courtyard where you can celebrate and capture memories with your loved ones. And we look forward to celebrating with you at 4 o'clock at the New Haven Lawn Club. Thank you all for joining us today. Congratulations again.